I don't know if I'm going to be able to say this, but on this episode of Star Trek Universe, we're talking asshole aliens altruistically assaulting to test their kidnapped mute.
Damn.
Jesus.
Why do you do this to yourself?
I don't know. We're talking Star Trek 208, The Empath, right after these silent cries from corpses in glass cases. Welcome into Star Trek Universe. This is a classic watch/rewatch episode. I am he, David C. Robertson, who has watched.
I am Effie Uphelder, she who have watched. You are the one who rewatched. I didn't rewatch it.
Oh, you're right.
Once.
Yeah, I've rewatched.
You fucked it up.
I
you
did.
don't know who you are in this fucking show.
Who am I? Oh, I know who
knows,
I am.
Man.
I know who I am.
Oh, good. Oh, thank goodness.
I am Kirok. No?
I remember that. I got that reference. Which in and of itself is a reference now. So,
yeah.
You know, confusing.
That's by the way, the entire reason for this whole series is so you will get my references.
That is true. It works. It works.
It does.
I get them now. Yeah.
No, I am David C. Robertson, who hath rewatched.
And I am Effie Uphelder, she who has watched for the first time.
That's right. That's right.
See, we still got it.
I've seen it.
Got it.
Yeah, I've seen it a million times. The Memory Alpha summary on this episode: on a doomed planet, Kirk, Spock, and McCoy become the subjects of an alien experiment whose mysterious intention involves a beautiful, empathic woman.
Do experiments have intentions? I'm overthinking. Sometimes I'm just like, linguistically, does this sentence make a lick of sense? But yes, she is an empathic woman. And she's beautiful, which is much more important to say than that she's mute. They literally did not give her any lines because she cannot talk. Because that would ruin the conceit of the episode.
Yeah, it would ruin it. It still ruins it. Like, she still doesn't make any fucking sense.
No, it really doesn't. It really doesn't.
Because they're like, they're talking like right in front of her, and it seems like she can understand them. But they're like, oh no, bitch, got to fucking figure it out on her own. And they're like, you just said it in front of her, and then she like walked over and did the thing, made the sacrifice, and then you're like, she did do it.
You have to really assume that she's also deaf, or doesn't speak their language, or just is. Like has to be completely unaware that her civilization is at stake. It's a lot. It's a lot. And it's like, you know, these aliens don't make any fucking sense. Because it's like they're just doing, they're like, hey, I know, why don't we kidnap this lady and take a bunch of guys and fucking torture them mercilessly. And we've gone through all these different species, and they didn't pass the test. But maybe this mute lady will. Lord knows. Yeah.
Like, did they give her the ability to? Did they make her the empath? Is that what happened?
No, I don't think so. But otherwise,
so what were the other?
It would be really stupid to be like, oh, this entire race of empath aliens we found doesn't deserve to survive unless they use their powers for good.
Right.
It is very confusing. But also, you just insinuated that the other species that didn't pass the test sort of included the two humans that were on the research facility first. But I feel like, weren't they like tortured first?
Yeah, definitely.
So why would they not pass the test? Like, why did they not suffice? Because they weren't like nice enough to make her want to save them?
See, that's the thing. That's what I'm confused by. Like, so the aliens said, the VN said that there were a bunch of other systems, and they could only choose one world to save.
Yeah.
And so to do these tests, like, so if her world is up next, or currently, all the other worlds, they had to have taken someone from those worlds, placed them there, and given them the ability to, the empath ability to save themselves or save someone else by dying themselves, or construct a completely different means of testing.
Exactly. They have to sort of hope that some of them are useful. Like, it implies that they tested the other people's too, but like it also seems to assume they're the only two doing this testing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming there's not like a duo on every other planet in this tiny
Right.
solar system to try, like, it really doesn't want you to think about what the fuck is happening, because it seems to come down to, like, what the narrative wants it to come down to is, well, Kirk and McCoy and Spock all want to sacrifice themselves for each other. They really, God, they're almost suicidal. That's how badly they want to die for the cause.
Yeah.
And that's what convinces her to be good enough of a person to save her own species unbeknownst to her.
Uh-huh. Well, she just decides, like, I'm not going to let McCoy die. That's it.
Right. Just the one that she had the most respect for. The other ones don't matter. But also we got to give Kirk a line right before they save both her and McCoy.
Well, it's not that she...
Because otherwise Kirk didn't do anything, and...
Well, it's not that she didn't choose to save the other two. That's not... It was that, like...
No, she didn't need to, yeah.
Yeah, like, it was just like, oh, she's willing to heal this one and take on the pain herself. Oh, she's willing to heal this one and take on the pain herself. Okay, well, now time for the ultimate test. You know?
Make her die from it. Like,
right.
What are we doing?
But, like,
We've
the dude...
established...
But the alien was like, we're not actually going to kill her. She just has to know that, like, she doesn't have to die. She just has to think she's going to die. But he's saying that in front of her. But also, like, there are other, like, dead motherfuckers in cages. Like, I don't know what this fucking episode is doing.
And also, no, exactly. I am very confused. Like, okay, did she let those two dudes die? Because at first, like, throughout the episode, you sort of have that vague idea where it's like, I guess they weren't passionate enough to be, strong.
That what I'm saying. I don't think she was
self-sacrificing.
I don't think it was her that made that choice. I think there was another species that they were testing. I think every victim is from another species they were testing.
So they're just basing the valor of an alien species on the one they happen to test?
Yeah, that's what
that's the one happening. Person has to not suck.
Right, that's what's happening.
Jesus, that's... Okay, so they make her presumably both mute, deaf, and empathic, then?
Maybe.
That... God, Jesus. No, this is a terrible How did they think this was a good fucking story? Jesus.
I don't know. I don't know. I think that's what's happening.
I guess so. I am glad you made me think this through. I am also very glad I didn't think through much of anything while watching it, because it was stupid enough just on a first glance, you know? And then thinking about how the mechanics of, like, what are they doing? Why do they need a species to torture that has to have enough love of life and the power to want to escape and fight? And why the fuck does that matter? You just need someone to get really, really injured.
Yeah.
And they can't take the torture if they're not, yay life enough? Because that was what it sort of implied to me. Like, the scientists, those fuckers really wanted to go home anyway, so they didn't really feel like sticking up for the galaxy. I don't know. Yeah. They were tired of living. Practically speaking, from those two lines, we know they were deeply, deeply troubled.
just sitting out in the middle of the fucking universe somewhere, light years from home, quoting the Bible.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but as soon as a coworker starts quoting Psalms at me, man, I'm good. Just kill me. My God, torture me. But make it fast. Yeah. Like, just make sure they don't really save me.
Though I did love that, like, he quotes Psalms or whatever, and then I
don't remember which one either. Like, was it really relevant or thematically sound? I don't know anymore.
But then the ground shakes, and he's like, it sounds like he heard you.
Yeah, that was funny. That is the appropriate response. Where it's like, well,
okay, so.
Or was that the other way around, where it was like, it sounds like he heard you, and one of them, I don't remember. I don't fully remember the quote. That's a darn shame. I'm also
I might have
sure
written it
that's
down
not
somewhere.
in the memorable quote section. I doubt Memory Alpha is like, these two characters we'll never hear about again.
Right.
I just want a searchable transcript of the episode every single time I'm doing this, because I'm like, I'm
Right.
forgetting stuff.
You could
I
probably
want the
find it.
exact phrasing. Yeah, it has to be out there, and if not, you can generate it these days, and it will, be somewhat correct sometimes.
Yeah. All right. So,
But it's guaranteed to burn a lot of tokens. So really, win-win-win.
um, I don't know. I just don't like this episode. I just don't like it.
That's fair. That's fair. It's weird. It's just weird. Like, I'll give him that the obvious we don't have a budget for a set things kind of work for me.
I do like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's creative and stylistic enough to be like, yeah, this is fun. Of course, you just made everything black, but it fucking works.
Yeah, but it's also
I'm fine with it. It's sort of eerie. It's sort of weird and surreal. Like, I enjoy that.
it's haunting and theatrical. It's just,
Yeah, exactly. That's the best thing about the episode, really.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just having an overacting actress sort of get zero to do besides dramatically flip her arms around and try and walk back and forth. Like, she's trying to convey a lot, but she's not giving anything. Like, she's not given much.
Yeah.
It's a hard role to nail, but also she didn't. There's
she
just
didn't.
very little to it.
It's
really like it just makes me half wonder, like, they surely didn't want to give her any lines. Like, they wouldn't have. Not even at the end. We're not doing that shit. Like, it's confusing.
Yeah.
Also, because that it's sort of said that it is a biological, non-pathological. Like, this is just the species. They don't communicate with sound. Fine, cool. She's just an empath. It's presented as inherent to whatever being she is.
Yeah, it is.
But then we also have to sort of assume that that's necessary for the experiment, because if she is it just the healing thing?
Is it just
that
this
they
version
give
of the
her?
experiment? They're doing something to her. I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. And if I don't know at the end of the episode what the fuck they're actually doing, besides some sort of experiment, the fuck am I supposed to do with that? I just don't know.
I feel like the most this episode has given to us as a culture.
Oh God.
Is the gif of that weird close up of Scotty smiling and waving, and then then the words come up and say, "Hey girl, hey."
That's a good gif. Yep. We won.
Now I do want to point out something in this episode that, like, this is something that I love, and it has nothing to do with this episode for real. But when they see Scotty and the men waving at the shuttlecraft, and they're like walking toward them, and then all of a sudden they disappear.
Yeah.
Like, that is something that the original series did that I really fucking think is, like, in new science fiction, movies, TV, whatever. Like, they always got to put in some kind of fucking effect to where it's like there's a flash of light.
Gotta be like turning into smoke or like disappearing in some sort of blurry way.
Right.
It can't just be a hard cut. Because that's just impossible, because there's no blinking in the camera. So.
Right. It's like the transition. Like, I like just the hard cut of the person not being there anymore.
Yeah, it has a charm where it's just like, oh God, I thought it was there, and now I'm here, and it's just from one moment to the next, it is not there. That's fucking eerie.
It is.
The only thing you shouldn't do is like the slight shift. Like, it is a more noticeable cut just because it's physical film in the 60s and they didn't line it up as perfectly as you'd like them to.
Right.
But other than that, you could do it these days in a way that's really fucking like, holy shit, they're gone.
Right. But they put the big boingy gong so you know it happened.
Of course, but that's just the sound it makes, man. Do you know, like, the matter just disappears from that spot, so that vacuum has to be filled by air or whatever atmosphere in a very short time. So it should make a boop, like a little sound boom wave thingy, like Superman going fast and breaking the sound barrier. Like, just a little boop.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the sort of immediate weirdness of the episode, but like I don't think it holds up. Like
It goes nowhere. It just keeps going and it doesn't make coherent sense. But not even in a way like last time where I could say, "Oh, this intrigues me. Like there's something going on and I want to understand it." No, it's just like I don't think this makes sense. There's not enough of the veneer of making me think there's something here to keep me trying to puzzle it together. There's just a whole lot of the fuck are you doing?
and like the reveal.
How does this experiment works? Yeah, like just none of it works.
The reveal at the end where it's just like it was so clear that they were trying to be like, this alien species wasn't doing harm for no reason. They were good guys all along. And I'm like, no.
No, the fuck they
were
weren't.
still torturous, murderous pieces of shit.
Yeah, like, and also Kirk has to call them out for being emotionless again or something, but like, they're not exactly rational either, like just intellect. Like, no, if they just had intellect, they'd be like, hey, we can apparently save a fucking planet, maybe we just should. And they would have an ethical discussion about how to pick a planet if they really couldn't shift multiple planets, because really, if you can do one, the fuck are you waiting for?
Yeah.
Just try and do at least two, you know?
This feels like the sun going supernova or whatever and threatening the system. It feels like they were like, oh my God, fucking finally. What? I could finally do the experiments that we've been talking about for fucking years. This is our excuse.
Yeah, we can finally take different species of aliens from each planet. We just take one and we put them in a locked room, and we have Jigsaw come up on a television set and ask them to play a game. That's what we're doing here.
No, it's not even that. It's not even the fucking that. It's just like, we are going to show up, not let them know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
Torture the fuck out of somebody, and then bring it to them.
There are no rules to this game. There's no, like, poignant fucking poetic justice. There's no you deserve this shit. There's just, you'll figure it out.
Like, this is how bad
either it's in you or it's not. Like,
I love that you brought up Jigsaw, because I love it. Because in actuality, if you go by Jigsaw, if Jigsaw was in this episode and was like chilling with these fucking aliens and they were like, dude, you're going to love this. Check out what we've been doing. And they explained it, he would be like, that is fucked up.
Yeah. No,
like,
absolutely.
You're not even...
Jigsaw would be like, I am devising a room for you two as we speak right now. Like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you, but fuck you.
This is really fucked up. I don't know why you guys are doing this, but I will say this. Inside one of you is a key.
Oh, Lordy. Yeah, pretty much. Not going to tell you which part of your bodies, but...
Oh my God.
Lord. Yeah. Besides looking kind of interesting because of the budget constraints,
yeah,
that's really all there's to it. There's, like, even the devices, like, okay, they take brainwave frequency shenanigans, sure, like, it's something, like, they can be adapted. Like, they really just need a lot of words to have an excuse for it to work once and not really after that, so it kind of need to be saved. And also, I feel like the ending on the bridge goes on for a while. Like, what the fuck are you even talking about? Why was she so special? Like, what the fuck? You barely knew her.
Yeah.
She knew you, but, like, this just feels like an extended... Oh, she was such a pearl. Like, I am sure you thought this had meaning, but it just sounds like you all thought she was hot.
Like, she's a pearl. She chose to save someone and kill herself, and then that's why she saved her entire race. And oh, the aliens had something for human emotions, eh, Mr. Spock? Ha 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 ha. What human?
Like,
the fuck?
It's so confusing. Like, okay, I guess those aliens did indeed respect the human instinct of self-sacrifice that is clearly not purely human.
Yeah.
Because the alien had it, and the half-Vulcan had it, so, like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah.
They just liked the emotions, I guess, of, you know, that fiery wanting to live shit because it's more fun to torture?
Yeah.
Because that's really all that's what set the humans apart from the other humans they already tortured to death.
I swear to God, like when Kirk is like talking them out of this shit, I feel like they're trying to. They could have easily just inserted like the way there's a few times where the aliens look at each other. Where I swear they could have just had like a scene where it's like, yeah, you're right, that's pretty fucked up. They have this look
Now that you mention it, our methodology is off, and this actually makes no sense.
We're like, look,
good point.
We're intellects here. We had it written down, but when you say it out loud, this is really, really, really fucked up.
Actually, we did not go past the board for methical ethics, so we probably should apply before we actually gather the data. It's because it really boils down to we wanted Kirk to have the last word, so I guess we're just gonna have McCoy push her off because he doesn't want her to give her life, but he doesn't know that she should to live, and somehow the aliens don't give a fuck because she should still get up even though she's unconscious just to finish the job of healing him. Like, it's just a waste of time at that point where I'm like, this is going on too long. Why are you flipping me back and forth on a just like...
And then it's
a roller coaster in a bad way where it's just, and the next thing.
There was that weird line where they were like, oh, you killed those men. And they were like, we didn't kill those men. Their own fear killed them.
What the fuck does that mean?
You were torturing them.
Yeah, like, what do you mean? Like, we can only survive because we're so strong-minded and not scared enough? Like, none of that setup made a lick of sense by the time we got to the end.
No, and then they're like, oh, well, we wouldn't have killed her, you know, she just had to be willing to die. So if you can bring a motherfucker back, why wouldn't you bring back these scared-ass scientists and be like, you know, don't fucking do that again.
No. We've forgotten about the scientists. You know, they're dead to us as an audience, too. They're dead to Kirk.
Yeah.
No one needs to save them. We just needed an excuse to be on this planet in the first place. That was them, and now they're gone.
Yeah.
Written out of the story. Like, it's just, God damn it, we really don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's not the best thing they did. No.
Like, well, why didn't you ask for them to save those scientists there, Kirk? Well, they were Christians. Tired of hearing this shit. We're pushing an agenda on this show. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah. That the whole being scared of hell thing, that was a previous captain, man. It's the 23rd century. We're not doing this shit no more.
I only say that I believe in a single God in one episode to make the censors happy.
Yeah, that's all we really need.
We don't want letters.
I refer to him. I just, we don't know if he is real in this conception of reality. Yeah, no, it's God. No, it's a special episode. I do enjoy the really obvious. We're just having the two guys turn into a miniature version at the end. Like, that was fun. That was a fun shot.
That was a cool looking thing.
It was funny. It had its charm of like, oh, that's how they did that shot. It's really obvious, but I appreciate the try.
Yeah. I liked it.
Good attempt. Entirely fine. Also, don't know in a remastered version why you would not actually just keep making the original image smaller, which they couldn't do practically with film, but they could do now.
Yeah, they did some weird stuff on the remasters for me.
Clearly.
Where it was like, they're like, well, we want to keep the integrity of the show and we want to keep the shots, but then obviously sometimes they will like fade away from a shot into a new effect that I'm like, well, we didn't need that exactly.
Right.
And then
there are so many times when I'm like, well, this is very clearly CG, but does it look better? And then there are times when I'm like, well, you could have easily, if you wanted to improve it, you could have. But you're clearly not here to improve the effect.
And
so
now,
why are you replacing certain effects and not others?
I don't know what's going to happen the next few years, but I'm already seeing people using AI to like upscale the some of the original footage of the models, and God, it looks so good. I love the original models.
Sure, but you don't.
Instead of CGI,
I mean, I get that, but also the real way of doing that is not necessarily AI upscaling. It would
Right.
have to be more controlled. You would have to basically just increase the resolution of your CG model, which is effectively what the AI could be used for, but you'd still have to manually actually check if there's not like weird morphed hexagonal
Oh yeah,
windows
yeah.
somewhere. Like that's the thing where I'm like, yeah, you can get like to a 40%, 60% result pretty fast. Maybe 80 depending on the task, but you're still going to have to do a lot of fucking work to get it to, oh, this is actually acceptable now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
There's I mean look.
what you want is just better CG. You could do that with like just the jumps CG has made since the remasters.
Yeah.
It's been a while. We are very, very good at modeling and
Yeah.
just coming up with weird shit. We could theoretically increase the resolution of all that weird shit. But we shouldn't, because it looks completely out of place with the film, because we don't shoot on film anymore.
Yeah, that's
in many cases.
Yeah, that's kind of one of my problems with the remasters is that like
they're too shiny.
They're too shiny.
Just a little too polished.
Absolutely. But you know, a
and
lot
of that, yeah.
A lot of the practical effects that they used back though in those episodes are super grainy.
Of course. Yeah.
They're like, yeah, it's the model. That's the model, all right. But ooh, it looks rough. But you know, just like whatever it is that they're doing, I don't understand. I don't really fuck around with it too much. I don't know. But whatever these motherfuckers have done that I've seen a few shots of, I was just like, oh my god, that looks perfect. It looks like it's been upscaled to, you know, I say just that with an ignorant term. I don't know. But it looks like it's part of the episode and a part of like the shots instead of like looking like it was created with CGI. But
yeah, there is that difference where it's like, oh, you can make something look both better but also like it belongs, and that is a thing that is much more finicky, because it is that sort of it's the uncanny valley sort of thing, where it's like the closer it gets, the harder it is to not get that feeling that it doesn't actually fit. But it can be done. It's more work intensive. Whereas just like with the Star Wars remasters, it's just like, oh, we jumped in and we were like, well, let's add some shit now that we can, instead of thinking, A, should we, and does it look good enough? No, it just looked magical at the time, and now 20 years on, we're like, ooh, that aged like milk, because it clearly looks like you inserted something that doesn't belong there, and looks very, very different, and very, very pristine and shiny and polished, and not quite right in terms of lighting, and just weirdly textured. It's not shot on the same type of camera, none of this makes sense. And somehow we've just, in both cases, sort of settled for, I guess that's what we're doing now. Yep. And in many of these cases where I get to see the Memory Alpha comparisons, I'm just like, I don't know if it was worth turning that green beam into a red laser. Like, it doesn't... Yeah. Just, you could have left it. I don't know why you did this.
Yeah, a lot of stuff that, like, well, some of it makes sense when you look at the actual footage. Like, where it's like, why would they do that? And then you watch the original footage, and you're like, oh, it's because they very clearly froze the frame, and suddenly you could see all the frozen dust on the screen as, like, the little animated thing happened, and it looks really bad. Other times, it's just like, why did you not clean this up? Like, why did you leave this? Why you went to the trouble to animate a fucking odometer, but then you, instead of having a little flip card, but then, you know, you show us a still frame of the screen and just animate what's inside of the view screen. But then you like leave like a giant fucking squiggly pube and like some dust. And I'm like, why didn't you clean the fucking dust of the pube off? Like, I don't understand who was in charge of this and who decided like, nope, we can't spend any more money to do that. I'm like...
Exactly. That shot is done now. We can't make it better. So sorry. Next one. It very much feels like that. And like one of those things where if people with the means had like the labor of love sort of dedication to it, like there are people who tried to restore the original Star Wars shit, just the film, because they wanted the originals back. Like, those whole projects, so many people, so many hours, so much fucking work to get frames right. And I'm like, if we had some people posting about VFX and CGI on YouTube, that, like, if they were Trek fans and they just would join join forces and just sort of, like, you could do this if you didn't have like a hard deadline or too many budget constraints, or like, because it is more so a matter of time and attention to detail than I think it is constraints in terms of budget or technology. And budget only comes into play in terms of, well, these people need to get paid and they need to not get fucked over on their work schedules and their benefits and everything. But outside of that, like, again, people power is relatively cheap. Like, because it's also not crazy, like, you're not building entire fucking 3D sets. Like, it's space. They have plenty of stock space around. It's just, let's make this planet. But also there's so many instances where I'm like, yeah, you made a more realistic looking planet, I guess, but it also looks more boring. Why didn't you take the idea of what it looked like in the original, like the concept, the color of it at least, and sort of improve that? Like, why couldn't you make it more detailed without losing everything else about it? Like, well, and that goes for the ship too, where I understand, like, yeah, you shouldn't be limited by either the detail you can actually paint onto the model or the model you have made in the computer, or whatever you're using in terms of means. It should probably just be more granularly detailed and have shit that wouldn't show up otherwise, without it going into that sort of finicky space where it becomes out of place and weird and just too shiny, too flat, where it's like, oh, this is a perfect circle instead of a not quite perfect circle. That sort of difference. Yeah, the choices were made, but I would love to see a remaster at some point that just gets to, have a bit more purpose and a bit more thought put into it, instead of just, oh, we can remaster it, might as well fucking go for it. Let's do whatever.
Yeah, it was like they were saying, like, oh, well, we gotta make sure the planets look like real M-class planets. They have to look like
they gotta have that atmosphere, so we need a bunch of clouds and shit. Yeah.
So it's like every planet just looks like Earth.
Yeah,
and in the original series, it would just be like the same planet with a different color on it. Which I loved. Like, there was I think I sent this to you. It was like the funky DVD trailer from way back, like 2006 or something, 5. Where it was just like they merged a bunch of shots. It was the same shot of the Enterprise orbiting a planet, but they merged all these different shots, so it just looked like the Enterprise flying in and the planet changing different colors.
That's cool.
Because those were the original effects.
Yeah, I should look that back up, because that's been a while since you sent that. Yeah.
Yeah, I do have an affinity for the original effects, and it does bum me out. I like that you look up I like that you look up the comparison shots, because some of the shots are just a lot of fun. Some of the old stuff.
Yeah, no, I always like to at least, scroll through them, and especially when there's comparisons of like, oh, this is what it looked like in the original version that I didn't see. Then I'm just curious, and oftentimes I agree, where it's just like, yeah, this is maybe not as high res, but it's interesting. And it's similarly res as the rest of the grainy film footage.
Well, that's the thing, is that, like, sometimes like the graininess of those effects a lot of times were because they went the cheaper route of using videotape instead of film.
Different film, yeah.
A lot of the initial elements are film, but then but they keep reusing them and reusing them.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But they have, like, my Blu-ray set. You can watch either the standard the original version or the remastered version. So they are in high def, and you can't find those episodes anywhere streaming though. That way.
Yeah, no, that's the thing, and also it's like, it's upgraded in that term, but I do mean it's not necessarily just resolution, because you can just it's analog. Film, you can get to 4K. That's not the
Yeah.
problem. The problem is having it look the same, because if it's shot on film versus this is a digital model we're just fucking around with, like, yeah, it looks very fucking different, and maybe in some ways more realistic to the vacuum of fucking space, because it is really black in there, but it's just you see the difference in how it was made, and it takes you out of it for a second, because you have that sort of friction between, oh, well, this wasn't shot on film. Honestly, if they did it in CG and then just or they remodeled it and did it practically, like, either way you go, just shoot the effects on film after. Just I don't care how you do it. You can just basically get it through the now it's shot on film instead of the digital shit we did at first. Like, we have the technology to make a bunch of shit appear digitally around you. We have screens. We can figure out some way where it's lit just right so it fits in better. That's really the thing it comes back to.
But I would love it if, any fans, I'll watch the fuck out of a fan production. I don't care.
Oh yeah.
Like, if somebody knows how to do this shit, because there are somebody who has like one of the reproduction models or something that has the lights and stuff on it. Like, you can fucking dark that, black out your room and shoot that shit and actually like do practical shots of the Enterprise.
Some weird angles. Yeah, fuck yeah, you can.
With the lights from the actual ship. Like,
hell yeah.
Showing, what the ship looks like in space, but then also like have like a separate light, like, oh, well, there's supposed to be a sun over here. So like, okay, let's do that. Yeah. Like,
that's cool. That's fun.
Let's do that. Like,
and that's how they did it. The only problem is you have to have a reproduction model that's both a manageable size but also actually detailed enough, which is where real objects just sort of bump into you're still probably going to want to overlay it with something that has enough texture, and like it's not like there are that many tiny elements, but if there are no tiny elements, then you watch it and you're like, this seems off because it's too perfect.
That's one of the things,
just rounded and nothing else.
That's actually, for continuity's sake, that's one of the things I don't like about the original effects, is that they had, they had a bunch of stock shots that, anything they used. Like so like you would get like, well, we have this one big model that the main ship. That's in the Smithsonian right now. Cool. But then they're like, oh, well, then we got the 7-foot model, and then we got the smaller. Yeah. But like some of these,
we got to maneuver around it, and we don't want to have like a giant room for every shot.
And so like, but they are noticeably different. You will also see like, well, we already got shots from the cage and where no man has gone before, and some of those are like primary establishing shots. So like this shot is like, whoops, the nacelles look completely different. Whoops, the saucer section is a little different. Whoops, there are all these little like inconsistencies. But yeah, like,
because it didn't matter back in the day. But yeah, you have to stick to one design of the Enterprise at some point.
When I was a little kid, I thought like the Enterprise was like a fucking transformer. I thought it changed shape and did things. Like I thought like, oh look, cool. Sometimes the little nipples come out of the nacelles and sometimes they go back in. I don't know why. It's different sometimes.
It has a function. I don't know space travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
Oh man. So anyway, I didn't really care for most of anything they did in this episode.
Yeah, I feel like we're really trying to avoid talking about the actual episode.
Well, we talked about it. There's nothing there.
I know. We're just kind of done with it, is what I'm trying to say. Like,
all right,
Jesus.
Let's move on. I guess I will go to the trivia here. This was also an unsolicited script by Joyce Muscat. It was originally. This should have been it. They liked it because it was inexpensive, man. I'm telling you. Like This is what it was originally called, The Answerer.
Sorry, what?
The Answerer.
No one's answering fuck all. Like, what is that referring to?
That's what it was originally called. I don't know.
What was it about?
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, this was one of the few episodes to quote the Bible, specifically Psalm 95, verse 4. In his hands are the deep places of the earth. The heights of the mountains are his also. And at the end of the episode, Scott also references the Gospel of Matthew 13:45-46. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchant man seeking goodly pearls, who, when he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had and bought it.
Okay. I'm not sure what any of it is doing there. I guess there are deep places, like they are far underground.
Well, this was also this was also a an unsolicited script from a fan, and so this is probably just a fan who's sitting there going like, "Oh, they need more references to the Bible in this."
Yeah, they'll be happy to see me quote someone else someone other than Shakespeare for once.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The Empath has similarities to the 1963 Outer Limits segment called Nightmare. They're literally just the last two episodes are just fans.
Outer Limits, yeah.
The fans are just ripping off fucking Outer Limits episodes. In that episode, humans are brutally interrogated by aliens in a minimalistic set. John Erman also directed Nightmare. So it was the same director.
So they got the same guy. Wow. Okay.
William Sage Than was one of those behind the interrogations, and Robert H. Jusman was at the time an assistant director on the series. Jesus Christ. They're like, hey, remember that one?
Those behind the interrogations? What do you mean?
Yeah, I think all these people were on the Outer Limits. They all worked on that episode.
Wow. Okay, sure. So they just got the crew back together. That's kind of sad.
Regarding the sequence of Jim absorbing the boils, Catherine Hayes had to be strapped to a board in order to be kept absolutely still while makeup was applied and stop-motion photography filmed the progression. The few moments that appeared in the scene took 8 hours to film. That is terrible.
Oof, that's long.
That episode was not worth that.
Nope.
That's literally like a show her with the boils and then show her without the boils and be done with it. Why do you need stop motion? Cut. Just fucking cut and cut to Kirk's face and cut back and they're gone. That's what you do.
It would have been easier. It would have been a lot easier. I'm glad you went through the effort to do it, but also you didn't have to.
Yeah, also you could just
I also feel like there would have been an easier way of doing that didn't take 8 hours. If you had spent 8 hours rewriting the fucking script, I would have been happier.
Yeah. Regarding the sequence of Jim absorbing...
Honestly, if you'd let the makeup artists rewrite the script for 8 hours, I probably would have been happier.
Yeah. John Meredith Lucas was originally hired to direct the episode, but Paramount executive in charge of production Doug S. Kramer vetoed his involvement as he went over schedule and budget with Alana Troyes earlier in the season. Then,
how dare you?
Robert Justman came up with the idea of hiring John Erman because of his involvement with the aforementioned Nightmare. Erman wasn't entirely satisfied with the working conditions on the show, especially, as he called it, William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy's ill behavior towards the guest director, and decided not to return to direct further episodes.
Okay.
This was the final episode shot by director of photography Jerry Finnerman, who had shot every episode since the Corbomite maneuver, except by any other name and parts of Who Dorns for Adonis. Camera operator Al Francis took over primary camera duty in the next episode, filmed The Tholian Web. So everybody's just jumping ship. Everybody's jumping ship.
Apparently, but also, was he just getting bored? Because we just had 2 episodes where it's like, he's trying new shit, and then he thinks, I'm not doing this shit anymore, which makes sense.
Yeah.
That feels not like a coincidence.
I think the specific, so we got the camera guy, that's the DP, and then I feel like what we're talking about, because when we get wide angle stuff like last time, that's usually
second unit.
That's usually Ralph Sineski having them do that shit. The director, Ralph Sineski.
Fair enough, yeah.
They usually go with the wide angle, weird camera. They usually play with the camera a lot when Ralph Sineski is there.
Right, okay. I didn't realize, I don't keep track well of which director actually pops back up and when.
Because if this dude has been doing it since the Corbomite maneuver, that's like the 3rd episode.
That's fair.
Ever.
No, I know, but just... That's why I was like, okay, we've had a couple of just we're trying new shit.
Yeah. You just think he's getting bored, and I'm like, nah, it's a
I'm just like
thing.
I'm just like the DP is like I want to jump ship. Can I fuck around for a bit? I've already turned in my notice. Like,
Yeah.
that's a more interesting story to me. But yeah, it's probably also like he wouldn't get to do that if the director wasn't okay with it. Like he's doing the cut, so sure.
After McCoy is tortured by the Vians, the distress tunic that DeForest Kelly is wearing is the velour tunic used in the first 2 seasons, not the new double knit version created for the 3rd season. The difference in hue between Spock's tunic and McCoy's can be noticed in certain shots.
I'm sure we can.
Yeah, I couldn't notice. I didn't notice.
I didn't pay attention that closely.
All right. So by the way, they be reusing some shit, man. The staircase in the station was later reused in For the World Is Hollow and I Have Touched the Sky. The couch itself is a gigantic version of the Agonizer seen in Mirror Mirror and Day of the Dove. And it was first seen as the Morg's table in Spock's brain, and could be later seen as the table in Kirk and Spock's guest quarters in the Cloudminders. The tripodal device at the center of the VN laboratory also appears first in the episode Spock's brain as the framework connected to the black box by light rays that housed Spock's brain. It is inverted here from its position in that episode. The orange-red flickers that accompany the VN transporter effects are frames of the same effect created to represent the Medusan ambassador Kolos in the last episode.
Yep. We're just doing it again. Yep.
Though identified as Than and Lal in their closing credits, the 2 VNs are never called by their individual names on screen.
Nope.
And
didn't even care to read it. Apparently, I forgot.
I will not throw in this spoiler here, but the events of this episode are mentioned in Turnabout Intruder. By the way, the last episode of the series.
Oh, okay.
That's it. That's all I've got. How you feel?
On to the next one. It's kind of the vibe.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's more shit to see that I'm more curious about than just the confounding episodes that we had this time. It's just sometimes I'm just watching it like, oh boy, what is going on? How did this make sense on the page?
I know.
You had a deadline, I guess. That's the reality of TV. Yeah.
It hangs together well enough. It might get another.
It works. The kids will be fine with it.
Right. It might get one or two more reruns, and then we'll be it. Nobody's gonna watch this shit. It's getting canceled next year, probably. I mean, Oh.
Yeah, I'm just getting my paycheck, man.
All right. Next time on the Star Trek Universe Classic Watch / Rewatch, we are going to talk about one of the classics. An episode that begins a story that would not be followed up on until 2005.
Oh God. Okay. I'm
don't
nowhere
worry.
near there.
Don't worry. It is going to be it's a full story in of itself, but there's a follow-up.
They'll do something with it. Okay.
They're going to do something. They're going to do something with it on Enterprise. That's one of my favorite things in Star Trek.
Okay.
But yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
So next time we're talking about the Tholian Web. And until then, Joel on True, live long and prosper. And
of course, eat a dick, people. Eat a dick.
Just, fry it up.
Exactly. It's government approved.
Sprinkle a little tahini on it.
Doesn't really matter which government, don't ask.
Is there really a difference?
Nah, practically.
They're all hanging out with Moloch these days,
They're like, fascism is everywhere. It just has slightly different shapes.
Yeah. Like titties. And dicks.
I wish everyone had titties. No. Some people don't. And it's a shame. Just like, fascism is has spread further than titties. Is this oh God, we're doing an outro again, aren't we? This is taking too long. This is going to get cut. All of it. Again. Dang it.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Maybe not. You're going to keep this and the other shit we did last time you're not going to cut.
As soon as we acknowledge how bad it is, I feel like I can't cut it.
That's when you can't cut it? I should have said that it sucked last time. Damn it.
All right.
It was better. It just was.
Star Trek Universe is produced by Matthew Carroll and David C. Robertson. If you'd like to hear more from Matthew Carroll, check out all of his podcasts at strandedpanda.com. And go look for his music by searching Matthew Carroll wherever you get music. He did the theme for this show. Find out more about Effie Ophelders and her writing at euphemia.ophelda.rs. And if you want more of me, David C. Robertson, you can find links to my other podcast, DC On Screen, my poetry, short stories, photography, artwork, and my free all-encompassing weekly/semi-weekly newsletter at davidcrobertson.com. All links are in the show notes. If you'd like to reach out and have your voice heard, email us StarTrekUcast@gmail.com.